Well, Coach, no rain in the forecast. That's the good news, but it is a chilly December day here in the Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Seattle Seahawks.
Keep playing hard.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Jackson, options out left. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Watch your slant, watch your slant, watch your slant.
On 2nd down, it's Bishop. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 12 yards there and a 1st down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Let's go now. Hey, hold on. Let's go. Watch time, watch time.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. but it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And it's a Seattle Seahawks touchdown. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And it's 3rd down.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
51 the mark, boy, 51. They can't hang with us. Yeah, Jeff. 51, check it. Go, Mike, 51.
They're going to look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. J.J. Watt in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving him past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Check 59, Mike. 59.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Akeem Hicks in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Jackson. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes. Up with a first down on the play. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go. It's not a wolf.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down.
And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
But I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Joe Mixon. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. On first down, it's Bishop. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot. Help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On third down, Bishop. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here we go. 15 line. After you. I'm coming after you. Check 52. Kill. 81.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Watch the pass. Go.
On second down and 4, Jackson is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Chris Jones in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Fielded at the 33. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning in. He rifles one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. 20, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 21-0. This is taken about 7 yards deep. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On the run, it's Mixon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now this throw caught left side. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Paul Richardson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to come from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. They shakes it off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Samson Abukum in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. From the gun, it's Jackson. That'll be caught by Cobb. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They'll set up a throw. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion. First
kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Throwing on second down, Jackson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
We got 3. We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Back, back, back. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Out, 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 out.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. On the return is Pettis. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Bishop. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
I'm scared. 59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, check.
Now Jackson on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check, 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 check.
Play action. Now Jackson. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. You ain't going nowhere.
And Jackson throwing once more. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for Equanimeous Synchro.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This one from 48 yards away. Badgley able to punch this one through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll throw now on the final play. Going for the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right?
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 21st touchdown of the season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against? Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
Hey, tight.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bishop. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And Eifert has it. That one goes for 24 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Mixon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Now Rashad Penny. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Now they run with Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. So on 4th down, on comes the Dallas kicker, Brett Maher. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. Maher able to put this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
At their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the run, watch the run.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Bishop. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Nixon. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys that just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Drop deep, drop deep.
Now back to throw. Complete. Richardson has it. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. This quarterback now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And that That's going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The Cowboys on third down, as bad as you can be, 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
57's right. Blue down. 57. Mike, 57. Here we go. Set up.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. Throwing is Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Able to find Shaheen here. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Jackson, options out left.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that's the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's St. Brown on the jet sweep. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Equanimous St. Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here. Through an opening, and there he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Joe Mixon, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will get them one closer. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last two drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
On second and inches, Jackson. And an alley to run. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 30. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the 18-yard line.
Come on, set. Good, touchdown. Right there, 56. So we got man.
And they will take a knee here.
Jackson on the keeper.
So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And they take a knee.
Jackson on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down. Tonight's final score.